Alright everybody, welcome to Feeziks Games, doing some more ShapezIO gameplay today. I'm trying to look at level 23 where we gotta make this like little starburst looking shape. Looks pretty difficult, honestly. We're gonna need a bunch of circles, a bunch of little pointy bits, and some yellow and some teal. Or cyan, I guess it is. So, it looks like it's the same shape, we just alternate the way that it's stacked on top of itself. So that might help us out a little bit. We don't need quite as many pieces as I thought we did originally. A lot of these we can clean up actually because our upgrades only require this rocket shape, which I assume will be one of the upcoming levels. And upon completing this level, it looks like we'll get display in the wires layer. So let's go ahead and we'll get started by finding a good location to build this guy. Alright, well, we did a lot of cleanup and it turns out there's a lot of locations right next to the hub that give us the full circle and the full star shape. So we're probably going to end up working either with this set here or with this set here. And to get the colors we need, I know we needed yellow and cyan, right? So yellow is red and green, and cyan is green and blue. So we need every color available to us, basically. And this guy has all three colors here, and these ones up here. There's this blue, which is kind of close by, so it's doable, but I think maybe we'll work with this stuff down here. So let's get started on this stuff. I think the first thing I'm noticing is that our star shapes, each part is always yellow, and our circle shapes, each part is always cyan. So we're going to want to paint them first before we do any of the cutting and stacking that we're going to end up doing later on. So let's start first by making those colors. So we have our color mixer here, and if I only want to mix two colors, I just take this part of it. And I know I'm going to need a whole bunch of them. So I know the hub, we currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lines open. I don't think I'm going to make all 8 lines, but if I could maybe make 4, that would be pretty good. So if I want to make 16 a second times 4, I'm going to need 4 of these, and then I'm going to need that twice because I need 1 factory to make cyan and then 1 factory to make yellow. Okay. So we should have all of our color mixers set up. Now we just got to feed them the right inputs. I'm not sure. Maybe I want to alternate like yellow, cyan, yellow, cyan, yellow, cyan. That might be better. Or I could just do sets of 4 of each and then line them to wherever they need to go. I'm not really sure which way would work best. I think maybe I'll do sets of 4 for now, and then we can do like bottom half is for circles, top half is for the stars, something like that. We'll see. Let's start, we'll make yellow down here, so I'm gonna need red and green as my inputs. And I'm gonna need 4 sets of that. So let's get our red, 2, 3, and 4. And then our green, I guess we'll take this guy. Alright, so now we have 4 of these yellow factories set up, and we're going to have to take our star shape from, where is it, over here, bring it up into this area and paint them. So we have now, what is this, 12 items, or sorry, 16 items a second times 4. This is probably more paint than we needed actually, now that I say all that out loud, because for our painter, what I found is I need 5 of these guys to do our full belt speed, right? And that needs 10 items a second of paint, and we've got 16 times 4. 16 times 4 is 64, so I could really do 6 of them. Well, whatever. We already did it. I don't feel like deleting it. So we're gonna end up doing, I said 5 of these, right? And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I can just paste them directly in line. I don't have to do any splitting or anything. It's not gonna be the best, but it works. So we'll leave it at that. Okay, and now we need to bring our star shape in. We're gonna need 4 sets of our 16 a second. I don't know if we have enough of these, honestly. Okay, that is all of our yellow star shapes made. Not with the best approach. This one got the actual splitter that we want, and these guys kind of fudged it, but you know what? We're getting the right shapes out. That's the important part. So the next thing we want is the cyan circles. So let us find how to make cyan. It looks like it's yellow and blue. Or not yellow and blue, sorry. Green and blue. So for these guys I need blue and green, so I'll probably just take these and feed them in. Okay, so we have our 4 lines of our cyan now. So we can copy these guys here, put them up here, and then we'll just have to bring our circle shapes in. So let's grab 2 of these. Okay, now we have all of our component shapes set up. We have 4 lines of our yellow stars. We have 4 lines of our cyan circles. And I'm realizing now it probably would have been smarter to do what I had said earlier of having them offset, like circle star, circle star, circle star, etc. But oh well, a little bit too late now, so we'll just deal with it. I forgot to hook that guy up. And we'll try to figure out what the best way for us to do this painting and cutting is. So each layer needs 2 sides of the star and 2 sides of the circle. And as long as they're opposite corners, I don't think it matters too much which way we stack them, because in the long run, we'll be basically setting them up in alternating sides anyway, right? So I think what I want to do here is take our full shapes and use the quad cutter and make these alternate corner shapes, and then stack them on top of each other. So let's start with the quad cutter component of that. So unfortunately it kind of is a little bit too big, but that's fine because I think we're gonna have to combine these guys and then separate them out again anyway, since this works a little faster than our painters. So let's actually do that. Let's take all these, and we have our 5. Let's bring them down to 1, I would guess. And then we'll take our 1 and extend it out into 4. Oops, that's the wrong button. Maybe what we'll do here is that alternation like I just talked about, since it's a lot easier to route this single line. So I could mix match them a little easier. It'll look kind of gross though. So I don't know if that's really what I want to be doing, but it seems like that might be a decent idea. So maybe we'll go ahead and do that. You know what? We can make some mistakes. We'll figure some things out. So I want... what's the easiest way for me to do this? I think I'm going to take this guy and bring it up to the top one here. This guy's going to go to the second one from the top. And so on. So now we need to put each of these guys into 4 quad cutters to get them running at the full speed. And then we'll have to rotate and stack them accordingly. So let's start by just figuring out how we're going to do that. So we have our 1 input here. And I guess I want to actually put this guy there, right? And let's check our outputs. We want essentially opposite corners. So I think what we're going to end up doing here, so we got this top right, we want to make this guy bottom left, so we need to rotate him once clockwise. And then we got bottom left and we want this to be top right, so he's got to be rotated once clockwise. Right? Yep. Okay, so we got those shapes out. And now we're gonna have to do similar to what we had done on previous shapes, is split this each into 2 lines, and then each of those goes into the stacker. Because our stacker runs at half the speed of our cutter. So let's figure out a good way to do that. What I want is to stack this guy and this guy and this guy and that guy on top of each other. So if I can extend that out, so now I have 2 of those lines. Well, let me do it back here actually. Alright, so this seems like the most compact version I could come up with. So what we do is we start by going into the quad cutter, and then we kind of have a symmetry down the center line here, where 1/2 just gets split into 2 lines. Half of it goes tunneled into a splitter, or sorry, a stacker over here. The other half comes up to the stacker a little bit above the cutter. The next line gets rotated either clockwise or counterclockwise, depending on where in the symmetry it is. And then from there, it essentially does that same compact splitter into the 2 different stackers. And our outputs here, we get one that's top right, bottom left, and one that is top left, bottom right. And I guess that's kind of useful since that's kind of, we need these alternating shapes, but I might just I might just rotate them so that they're the same, and then we can pull from them later, split it into 3, and then rotate as needed. So maybe we'll do that, maybe not. I'll leave it like this for now, and we can decide later on what we want to do. And it shouldn't be too hard to change. But for now, what we're going to end up needing to do is make, I think, 4 of these, right? Because this is 4 items a second, and this is 16. So we got to make 4 of these per each of these outputs. So we'll need 8 to do a single set of our circles and stars. And then 8 times 4, we're going to need 32 total. That's a lot. That's a lot of these guys. In any case, what we're going to do, we're going to just start by copying and pasting this. That's 2 of them. I guess I can't really go up anymore. I guess I could, and I can move these circles. Yeah, let's move those circles a little bit out of the way. Well, where am I going to move them, though? Oh, man. Do we have other circles we can pull from that would make this easier? I guess I could take from higher up here. That might work. I don't know. Alright, machines are getting fed again. And we can copy these guys one more time. To get 4. And fill all those in. Alright. Well, that's a doozy. That's a lot of stuff there. I'm gonna cut this and just move it as far up as I can. Just trying to save as much space as we can here. Where should I put these? What's the farthest out? Be here? Alright, we went a little overboard, I'm pretty sure. We got a ridiculous amount of this stuff. It just kind of keeps going. I had to cut across. We got more. And then my splitter blueprints are here, so I'm going to have to move these guys. Just put them over here for now. Delete that. Put it back. And I think we need some more of these still to keep up with the amount that we've made. I need another set of 2 of them. So if I can copy and paste these bad boys like that. And then line them up like that. And we keep the grossness running. Get our circles in there, and then this is the last one we'll have to do. like so. Presto changeo, we're getting everything out. Now I think what I'm gonna do here is look at these guys here and rotate so that I get the same shape out of each one, I think. I think that might be what I want to do. Or I can get rid of this and I have half and half, maybe? I don't know. I think I'm gonna rotate so I get the same thing. And I'll do that for 2 of them so I get 16 a second of one direction and 16 a second of the other. I think that'll work. I don't know. We'll figure it out. So I want to rotate this guy once clockwise. But now we should be getting all the same shape out. Yep. So I'll put that here as well. And then I want to do the opposite here where I want to rotate these top 2 counterclockwise. And we'll put that on this guy as well. Then we're going to do that same thing for the stars. That is a lot of setup. And we haven't even done anything yet, really. We've just made shapes. Okay, so we can bring each of these...